If you've been following tech in 2026, you may have heard about the MacBook Neo. It's been mentioned in leaks, concepts, and even some online listings, but here's the real question: is the MacBook Neo actually a real Apple product, or is this just hype and confusion? Let's break it down. To start with, there is no official product called MacBook Neo released by Apple as of 2026. That's the first and most important thing to understand. Unlike devices like the MacBook Air or MacBook Pro, the MacBook Neo is not part of Apple's official lineup. So where is this name coming from? In most cases, MacBook Neo is used in 3 different ways online. First, some people use it to describe concept designs or rumors of a cheaper, more affordable MacBook that Apple could release in the future. Second, some sellers use the name to market modified or refurbished MacBooks to make them sound newer or more premium. And third, in some cases, it's simply used as a misleading label to attract attention. This is where you need to be careful. If you see a MacBook Neo being sold online, it's almost always not an official new device. It could be a refurbished MacBook, an older model rebranded, or in the worst case, something misleading. Apple typically does not rename its products randomly, they stick to clear product lines like MacBook Air and MacBook Pro. Now, to be fair, the idea behind a MacBook Neo actually makes sense. Many users want a budget-friendly MacBook, something cheaper than the MacBook Air but still powerful enough for everyday tasks like browsing, editing documents, or light creative work. And with Apple's custom chips like the M series, it's technically possible for the company to release a lower-cost laptop in the future. But as of now, that product simply doesn't exist. So if you're looking for something similar to what people imagine a MacBook Neo would be, your best option is still the MacBook Air. It's currently the closest thing to a lightweight, affordable MacBook, especially with newer chips that offer strong performance and battery life. Another thing to consider is pricing. If you see a MacBook Neo being sold at a price that seems too good to be true, that's a major red flag. In most cases, you're either looking at an older refurbished device or something that's being marketed in a confusing way. So, is the MacBook Neo worth buying in 2026? The honest answer is, be careful, because it's not really a product. There's no official MacBook Neo from Apple, and most listings using that name are either marketing tricks or unofficial devices. If you're planning to buy a MacBook, it's always safer to go with officially recognized models like the MacBook Air or MacBook Pro. In short, the MacBook Neo is more of a concept or marketing term than a real laptop. If this helped you avoid a potentially confusing purchase, let me know in the comments. Have you ever seen a MacBook Neo listing online, and did you think it was real?